Hey guys, Adam Francisco here. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I wanted to see how quickly I can make $100 as an Uber Eats driver. So we're going to call this video series Race to $100. Now the plan is, today I'm in Orlando. We'll do Fort Lauderdale at some point. Maybe we'll get to Miami. But I want to see how fast I can make $100 across different areas of Florida. Now I do have a huge announcement, very exciting, a personal milestone for me. This video is sponsored by Cover. So before we get into the video, check out a few words from our sponsor.
Just when I started pulling over, a guy in a truck comes barreling down the center lane at 30 miles an hour and just sideswiped me. Everything was very smooth. You know, like I said, the cost is minimal. It's well worth the coverage.
All right, here we go, guys. Go. Oh yeah, they have these COVID safety requirements. Got to take a photo of myself with the mask on. Be right back. Oh hey guys. Confirm COVID safety precautions. All right guys, we are ready to go. Now let's sit back and let's wait for some rides. We're starting at 12:11. Just got my first delivery. Here we go. All right, we're going to Blue Heron Beach Drive. Where are we going? Where are we going? Chick-fil-A. Oh, this person's got good taste. Let's hit the road, guys. So I do want to say and give you guys some predictions. After doing Uber Eats for about a month, you generally make about, I don't know, $6, $7 per delivery. So I would predict I'm gonna have to make 13 deliveries to hit $100. Now, I could get lucky and the first person could tip me $50, $20, $30. We're gonna let fate decide. So this could either be a normal length video where we're gonna be doing 13 trips together, or I'll get lucky and this video will be done in one trip. Unlikely, but it's possible. But we're gonna do this as fast as we can. Again, we start at 12:11. And if I can get done by 6 o'clock, so 6 hours, I think that that's a pretty average day for Uber Eats. So hopefully I can beat that time for you guys and make a little bit of pocket change today. All right, let's hit the road. All right, guys, another thing to think about. Sometimes tips could take a day to come in. Some people don't tip right away. But we're not gonna stop until the app says $100, okay? If it says $90, but I'm still anticipating a few tips, that won't count. It has to say $100. And until it says that, I'm gonna keep driving. So there was an issue with the first pickup. Somehow there was an app glitch. So we canceled that order and we jumped to the second order of the day. So I wasted a little bit of time already, but let's hit the road. So one of the worst parts about working Uber Eats is when you go to do a pickup and they have you wait for 15 minutes. It really eats into your productivity when you just have to stand here like a fool waiting for the pickup. That's one of the things that I don't like about working for Uber Eats is the waiting time for the food. Oh well. I'm doing this for YouTube. I'm a YouTuber.
Oh,
Do you want to give yourself a shout out? What's your Instagram?
Oh, it's fine. I know how to.
Bye. So our first trip is 15 minutes, 7.4 mile drive. So as you guys could see, you put up mileage on your car very quickly when you work for Uber Eats. So one of the things about being an Uber Eats driver or any delivery driver, DoorDash, Postmates, is you're responsible for your own gas. And that definitely eats into your expenses, because right now I'm filling up my tank and that's gonna be, you know, 20 bucks right out of my bottom line. So if you guys do choose to be an Uber Eats driver, keep that in mind that you're gonna be spending a lot of money on gas. However, at the end of the year, you do have a lot of tax deductions that you can take per mile driven while on the job. So always take that into account and make sure you speak to an accountant at the end of the year so that you can get the maximum write-offs possible. So for the first time ever on an Uber Eats route, I just got hit with the toll. And that toll was $2, which that's crazy expensive for an Uber Eats driver. $2? Sometimes that's bigger than the tip you make. That's crazy. Delivered. So the first order was canceled, but they still paid me $3 in good faith. The second order, $4.52. And by the way, that's a 7.5 mile drive. That's not a lot of money for that long of a trip. Anyway, let's wait for the tips to come through and let's get back on the app. All right, guys, so we are in a very suburban area, far away from any restaurants. So I'm going to pause the timer and I'm going to drive to an area called Winter Park, which is more of a upscale neighborhood that does have a lot of nice restaurants in the area. So hopefully we can be more efficient with the trips if we head to that area. So I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes, Winter Park. Here you go, brother. Just get in your hands. Enjoy. It looks like Uber updated their app. Now these hotspots show up on your screen with a little arrow, and if you click that, it says it's busy here. There are a lot of orders in this area right now. So it looks like I'm in a good area, but there's no orders coming through. So I'm gonna keep driving to Winter Park. And it looks like my guess was correct because the Winter Park map looks a lot busier right there. See that? Winter Park, boom. So I think one of the better parts about Uber Eats is the flexibility that you can pretty much drive to anywhere you want in the country and you can work from there. So let's say you're on a road trip, you could probably fund your entire road trip by doing Uber Eats across the country, which I think would also be a pretty fun video. But the only negative thing is when you are doing Uber Eats in a neighborhood you're not familiar with, you don't really know where the hot spots are. You might not know, where the biggest tippers will usually come from. So in a lot of ways, you're also at a disadvantage when you are a tourist Uber Eats driver, not in your own native, neighborhood. I've been delivering in Fort Lauderdale and I know exactly where to hang out. I know what restaurants to hit up, where I'll get the most orders. But here in Orlando, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's definitely eating into my productivity up here. But, again, this is the way you learn, is through practicing and doing. So we're not going to stop till we hit $100. Let's go. Just got another order come through on the way to Winter Park. Pretty close, so I chose to pick it up. But it looks like this place is going to be 10 miles away. So I'm praying that it's in the same direction of where I'm headed, but we'll find out soon. So interestingly enough, one of the slowest ways to get food on Uber Eats is to do drive-through. It's always better to park your car and go inside and pick up the food. I'm stuck behind this order right now. I gambled. I guess it would have been faster if I parked, and now I'm just kind of trapped on the drive-through lane. So always be aware that if you could park and walk in and pick up the food, probably always faster than trying to do a drive-through lane where you lose control of the time. You see, this I don't understand. This guy ordered such a small order and he's 9 miles away. Like, is there not a closer taco place to you than this?
From Syracuse. I was working, building a hotel, had a good job, I was making good. Coronavirus hit, a couple months later, got laid off. Now on the street, can't even find a job as a dishwasher.
I hear you, man. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
Take even more.
God bless you.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
All right, guys, 3 trips down. No tips have come in yet, and we're at 13 bucks. So we got a long day. Another order just came in, order number 4 for the day, Tijuana Flats. So it looks like Uber Eats is keeping me in this area and I'm not making it to Winter Park yet. Sometimes these customers give you, specific orders. This guy said, please leave it by the garage door, thanks. So I'm writing back, client gets what client wants. So absurd. So while I am in the middle of doing this drop off, we just got another order that came in. And when that happens, that's a good sign. That means not only are you in a busy area, but there's no downtime between pickups, so you get to maximize your efficiency. So this day started slow, but it looks like it's picking up, and hopefully we could make $100 in the next couple of hours, but we'll see how it goes. So this is just a ridiculous order. 25 minutes away, 12-mile drive. So think about the gas, think about the time, think about the wear and tear for one poke bowl. Now I know poke bowls are good, but a 25-minute, 12-mile drive for one order, I'm probably gonna get like a $3 tip on this. And that's just not, this is just not a good order, but I'm just trying to accept whatever comes in because I'm not familiar with Orlando. So hopefully she surprises me, but these kind of orders typically don't tip that well. So, all right, let's go. So the biggest problem that I'm having right now in terms of my efficiency is that Orlando is very spread out, very sparse. Yeah, very sparse. So a lot of suburbs in this area, and that means that there's a lot of long drives to do deliveries. So you can't really bang out deliveries pretty quickly here. You know, so far the trips are taking like a half hour each. Some are a little bit less, but the last trip I did just took a half hour. That's really bad. So anyway, we've only got one tip so far. The others should hit the app at some point. Usually on Uber Eats, people do tip pretty quickly. Let's keep on going. So we just passed SeaWorld, and I'm still no closer to Winter Park, which I know is going to have much better ROI. So they keep giving me orders just as I get on track to go to Winter Park. They keep me in the area right around Disney and Epcot. So this place is not a good place to do deliveries. I would not recommend anybody do Uber Eats by Disney or Epcot because it's just so spread out. You're not going to get a lot of orders fast enough. Quick update, we just got our first double order. Now what that means is you accept an order, and while you are on that order, another one comes in that's in the nearby area. So you end up making extra money on a double order. Sometimes it's a way to make a lot of money quickly. Sometimes it's not. It really comes down to the length of the trip as well as the tips. But I guess it's good that I'm in a more populated area right now. So once again, we should start ramping up the trips and hopefully get to $100 in the next few hours because I am starving and I haven't even eaten yet today. All right, guys, let's hit the road. All right, guys, we just did about 4 hours, 3-4 hours. We're gonna take a break and eat right now because I am starving. So I'll see you guys in about a half hour. Panda Express looks pretty good. Vegetables and 2 different kinds of chicken. Quick update so far, guys. We've been online for 3 hours and 51 minutes. A lot of that has been driving to more populated areas. We've done 8 trips, $34.50 in net fares, $7.70 in tips, but we are waiting for 1, 2, and 3 tips to come in right now. So we should be above $50 right now once those hit. But let's hit the road again and try to get the early dinner crowd. One of the worst parts about doing Uber Eats is when someone orders a delicious smelling pizza, and then how do you not want pizza after that? You know, now I want to get my own pizza, but that's how you get fat. So we have to have a lot of discipline when it comes to being an Uber Eats driver. You got to have a lot of discipline because if you eat the way your pickups eat, you're definitely going to gain some weight. So I'm going to try to avoid as much of these carbs and cheesy items as I possibly can. Let's hit the road. So check this out, guys. We have a surge. This is the first surge I've seen in a long time. This dark color means that it's busy, and this bright color means that you get a bonus. So you're doing $1 bonuses right now, $1 extra to the standard fare. And we just got an order. Nice. Let's accept that and let's go pick up some food. We have another winning order. YouTube. Quick update, guys. We are 2/3 of the way there at $66. And let's see how long we've been online for. We've been online for 5 hours, 21 minutes. And let's see. And I haven't gotten all the tips yet. We still have tips from the last 2 trips to come in. So what's most disappointing right now is usually in Fort Lauderdale, if I do 13 trips, I'll make $100. Right now I'm on trip number, I just done 11 trips and I'm at $66. And if they tip $3 each, I'm only at $72 for 13 trips. That's really low pay. Anyway, we got to keep working. $34 more to go, and we're done for the day. So let's keep racing. Quick update, guys. We're at $79 almost. 13 trips, and someone just left me a decent tip actually. Yeah, so this tip came through, and they gave me a, here we go, $6 tip. Not bad. Oh, and they pay you for your tolls. That's cool. Yeah, I've been getting slammed with tolls today, so it's good to see that they're paying me that. So the toll thing is interesting because I spent about $5 on tolls, but it looks like Uber Eats is giving me those back, so it's a wash. Given the point of this game, which is race to 100, once my app says I hit $100, even though if it includes the toll reimbursement, that's it. I'm gonna be considered done. Remember, it's race to $100, not race to 100 with some footnotes, race to 100. So we're at $79 right now. 3 tips still haven't come in yet, but I feel like once those 3 tips come in, I'll probably be close to 90, which means I think 2 more trips, I should hit it. 3 to be safe. So let's hit the road and let's finish up. It is crunch time. We just got another double order, which is helping me in terms of speed, and we should be done in the hour. Oh, guys, you just can't win. You cannot win all the time. Just as the day was about to finish, this has to happen.
Hi, thank you for calling Uber Eats support. My name is JJ. How can I help you today?
Hey, Uber Eats. I'm at a delivery right now, and as I got out of my car, the paper bag broke,
Okay.
and all the food is on the ground now.
Sorry?
All the food is on the customer's food fell out of the bag because the restaurant had their food had a lot of liquid, so I guess the liquid came out of the container, and the bottom of the paper bag they gave me broke, and the paper bag, all their food's on the floor by outside their house.
Alright, so I'm sorry to hear about that. The food was spilled, or the package was broke.
Yeah, I have a picture of it.
Okay,
I took a
okay.
picture and a video of it so you guys could see that the food is all over the ground outside the customer's house.
Alright, and
So that is the second time that's happened to me in about 200 orders. So it's not a common thing that happens, but it's something you got to be careful of. Now, some of you might say, why don't you just use an insulated bag? It's a fair point. Counterpoint. Uber makes you pay for those bags out of your own pocket, which to me makes no sense because they don't pay us. They pay us about anywhere between 10 to 20 bucks an hour. So to have to pay for their insulated bag, which I don't know the price, I'm guessing it's like 10 bucks. That's a lot. That's a lot of money out of our pockets. I really do think that Uber Eats, like Postmates, should give those bags to us for free, since we are representing their company and their brand, and it would help prevent problems like this from happening. So, you know, that's something that they got to figure out, but it's disappointing that I drove, 5 miles to get to this person's place. I get outside, she sees me arriving, and then the food breaks. These are just things that happen on the job and, really eat into your time and profit, but, things could be worse. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road and do the second half of the delivery because this was a double order. And hopefully we'll be done soon. So it looks like this might be my final order. This is a pickup for Pollo Tropical. And fortunately, this delivery is only 0.6 miles away. That is the shortest delivery of the day. So that is quite refreshing. And yeah, one thing to keep in mind is right now it is pouring out. And typically when it rains, you get bigger tips. So one of my words of advice to people, if you want to make a lot of money on Uber Eats, relative a lot of money, always work when it's raining out. As soon as it's storming, monsooning, hurricaning, go hit the pavement and go work, because you'll typically get rewarded with larger tips. Usually. Every now and then you'll still get some cheap person who doesn't provide you with hazard pay. Yo, we did it, guys. $101.09. Look at that. Raised to 100 complete. And let's look at the earnings real quick. Let's see details. So I had to do 16 trips in 7 hours. I would say about an hour and a half of that I was probably trying to get to Winter Park. And we made $64 in net fare. And so far we've made $36 in tips. Now if you go to earning activity, you'll see that I didn't get any tips for the last 2 trips. So I'll be well over $100. I have a feeling I'll probably get about 107, 108 bucks. So, and this person just tipped me, said thanks for the tip. Always say thank you. So there you go, guys. Race to $100. It took me less than 7 hours to make 100 bucks. Now let's do some quick math. Or $14 an hour. So there you go. Which is more than the federal minimum wage, if you know we're being fair and honest. But again, I had to fill up a tank of gas when I started. That was 20 bucks. I went through about half a tank, so I spent about 10 bucks on gas. And I put a lot of miles on my car today. I'm gonna guess I probably did about 200 miles. But I do believe that each mile is tax deductible. I think it's about 57 cents. If I'm wrong, I'll put the real number in the description. But talk to your accountant about that. Anyway, this was fun. First time doing this in Orlando, really had no idea what I was doing. I never made it to Winter Park, which is kind of crazy. As I kept going there, they kept pulling me back to where I was. So what I think I'll do is, I'll do this again next week, but I'll actually start in Winter Park. And that'll be the second part of this video. So I did a race to 100 in the greater Orlando area, but we're gonna do a race to $100 in Winter Park exclusively sometime next week. And I have a feeling that I'll do it 100 bucks in much faster time. One note is that I do wish that it was raining all day, because I probably would have hit 100 bucks in 4 hours, maybe 5 at most. So it would have been a lot more efficient money-wise if it was raining all day. Unfortunately, it started raining as my shift was coming to a close. But you know what? Them's the breaks. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe. If you do not like this video, please subscribe. And if there's another city in Florida that you'd like me to go to and do a race to $100, let me know. We'll see if we can get my sponsors on board, and I'll be more than happy to do other towns in the near future. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And what a day. Be free, my sheeple.